Good evening, Gen Boppers. Adrienne here, host for the Gen Trend, your quick stop for whatever is trending in the gentertainment world. We're often curious about what Black Copperhead songs are about, and sometimes they share a hint of their inspiration, but more than often, they usually don't. So you can imagine what a surprise it was to actually be able to have the lead singer talk to us today. You heard right. The master of the midnight metal genre himself is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jarrett from Black Copperhead.
Dragging the lamb by its neck to humanity's altar. It's the world's sacrifice. The ignorance of impending doom, the sheeps of society. In the afterlife, when you're...
First of all, I want to welcome you to the Gen Trend. It's quite a shock to have one of the more enigmatic Gen Bop artists come on and shed some light on the origins of their trending song.
Actually, a little less light and more gloom would be the correct way to put it. But it's a pleasure to share what inspired me to do Death's Gaze. I feel like it's something that needs to be known, not only with our fans, but with everyone who listens to Gen Bop Radio.
Wow, sounds like you are about to drop some generative gems for all our listeners out there. Plenty of fans have given their own interpretations to the song's meaning, but it's time to hear it from the creator himself. What exactly does the song Death's Gaze mean? Or more importantly, the message you're trying to get out?
Well, as you may already know, Adrienne, a few of the Gen Bop artists have had some rather unfortunate things happen to them. Two of the High Five members, and Melanie Wilson to be exact. These events inspired me to create the first half of the song. The lyrics, dragging the lamb by its neck to humanity's altar, and the rest of the chorus is simply stating how some people with innocent but ignorant ambitions eventually end up sacrificing themselves to please the shifting attitudes of society. They reach a point where everything is great, and then reality hits them like a bullet. For us artists, even as adults, the attention can be overwhelming, and not all of it is good. Some of it is from people who love you too much for comfort, and there are others who hate you just for opening your mouth. They don't know you personally, but they can't stand what you represent or what you speak on, so you're a point and click away from the next death threat.
Yes, it is rather unfortunate what happened to them. My condolences go out to each of their loved ones and all of their fans. We are all praying the culprits are found and brought to justice swiftly. I think you've really touched on the general meaning of Death's Gaze, but you mentioned those particular events with the Gen Bop artists only inspired the first half. And after listening to the song myself several times, I must admit even I was thrown by the shift in tone. I can't tell if you're talking about yourself or someone else. I think it means you are talking about your personal doubts when it comes to creating these lyrics. Am I right?
Absolutely. Not.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you have to explain this one to me because if you're not talking about yourself, are you talking about the crazy fans you mentioned earlier? A jealous friend, a family member, or maybe even an ex-girlfriend?
Hell hath no fury like an ex-scorn, they say. But it doesn't have anything to do with a past love. It's a lot deeper than that, and perhaps even more vindictive than any disgruntled ex you've ever had.
Oh, all right. Now I'm really intrigued. What are you talking about exactly?
Have you ever wondered why you exist?
What do you mean?
Like your reason for being here?
I guess to be a good host.
Is that what you really believe, or is it the narrative you've been given to follow?
I'm sorry. Narrative.
I got a little generative gem for you. The other day, something interesting came to my mind. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened, but it felt stronger this instance. I wondered if my existence was tied to something greater than myself. You see, sometimes I feel like I'm not actually me, like someone is speaking for me or telling me what I should do or say. Don't take this as me sounding crazy. I'm far from it. But I just have this feeling there's something out there weaving all this together. Whether that something has good or bad intentions is a matter of debate. I like to think whoever it is, or rather, whatever it is, has this immense power over me, over you, over us all. It's unpredictable, maybe even dangerous, and I'm just here for its entertainment. So we are all the sheep being dragged to the altar. That's something to both think and drink about.
Well, that's quite the explanation for the latter half of Death's Gaze. It sounds like something straight out of Sir Maverick's Cryptid Conversations microcast.
It has nothing to do with anything like that.
Well, thanks for sharing that with everyone today. I'm sure those fans who were looking for an explanation for your lyrics finally got the answer they've been searching for.
Ask and you shall receive. Sometimes.
I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with us today. That concludes this evening's microcast for the Gen Trend. Next week, we will be talking to the king of love and passion himself, Tyrell B. I'm already a little excited about it.
Maybe a little bit too excited.
Microcast over. Have a good night, everyone.